Yeah, so our industry, the financial markets, has obviously gone through a tremendous turmoil and upheaval over the last several years. And one of the opportunities that we saw to that is taking things that Canada is good at, which is the financing of entrepreneurial companies, and particularly the financing of natural resources extraction. So what we do is we finance Canadian companies to extract minerals or oil and gas on a global basis. What we saw as the opportunity is a chance to export and start developing businesses in local markets. So over the last couple of years, since the crisis really started, we've opened in London. We have about 50 people there. We've opened in New York with a particular emphasis on fixed income and using the debt capital markets, not just the equity capital markets, to finance the growth of our client base on a global basis. We now have over 100 people in New York, and we've recently opened in Sydney and in Perth as well. So we're basically transplanting our expertise here in Canada and what Canadians are good at because of our efficient capital markets and our access to capital and trading liquidity and a propensity to finance smaller and mid-cap companies, and we're transporting that to a more global audience. It's been very effective for us. It's the one area of growth we've managed to eke out of what's been a very difficult capital markets environment for really almost 5 years. We as Canadians have always had a bit of an attitude that Canada is not the place to grow a global business platform from. We've always been secondary to our U.S. neighbors, and we were of that mindset too. But the Canada's increasing predominance on the global stage is giving lots of Canadian companies an opportunity to transport what they do well in this country to a broader audience. And it just takes the ability to commit some capital to it, some time. I think it's imperative to find great local partners in whatever new markets you go into. But the doors are open for Canadian business people going into new places now, more than they've ever been in my 25-year business career. And I think it just takes a little bit of risk-taking and a little bit of creative thought in terms of how you drive that process and what are the markets that are actually amenable to the types of goods and services you provide. If you look at our business, London was obvious, with it being a very large mining finance capital, was a logical one, and same with Australia, where they also have a very strong instilled domestic mining and oil and gas business that could use some of the Canadian capital markets expertise. So pick your spots carefully, but the message is I think the doors are open.